First, now we will be connecting the DHT11 temperature sensor to the Raspberry Pi. So, DHT11 temperature sensor has 3 pins, which is VCC, data and ground. Let me connect the jumper wires for this one. I am connecting one end of the jumper wire to the VCC and the other end to the pin number 2, which is a 5 volts VCC on the Raspberry Pi. Next, I will be connecting the ground to the ground pin. So, pin number 6 is the ground on Raspberry Pi. Next, the data pin. For data pin, I am using GPIO4, which is pin number 7 on Raspberry Pi. So, it is GPIO4. After connecting the DHT11 temperature sensor, now we will connect the submersible DC motor. For this connection, we have two connections for the motor, that is positive and negative. The negative end of the motor should be going to the pin number 16 of the IC. The next, the positive end will be connected to the VCC of Raspberry Pi. So, for this one we will be making a common VCC using the breadboard. There are 3 pins on Raspberry Pi which provides the VCC. One provides 3 volts VCC and other 2 pins provides 5 volts voltage. So, I am connecting this jumper wire to the VCC of Raspberry Pi and connecting it to the breadboard to make a common VCC. So, now the motor's 2 pins are connected. Next, we need to connect the pin number 9 of this IC to the VCC as well. And we need to connect the pin number 8 to the ground of Raspberry Pi. So, I will be connecting this to the pin number 39 of Raspberry Pi, which is a ground. Next, to trigger this motor, we will need to connect the data pin from the Raspberry Pi. Using the GPIO pins, we will be supplying the signal to this IC to turn on this motor on need basis. So, this pin, the pin number 1 of the IC, I will be connecting it to the GPIO pin 17, that is pin number 11 of Raspberry Pi. I am connecting the pin number 1 of ULN2003 to the GPIO 17. Next, we will connect the soil moisture sensor. So, we will be connecting the VCC, ground and data pin. Actually, data pin will be using soil moisture sensor to connect to the Raspberry Pi. So, first let us connect the VCC to the Raspberry Pi. Since I already made a common VCC here, I will be connecting the soil moisture sensor to the same VCC. And ground, I will be connecting it to the pin number 9, which is a ground. There are many ground in Raspberry Pi pin, GPIO pins, we can use them. The data pin, I will be connecting it to the GPIO 18, which is pin number 12 of Raspberry Pi. Now, we are done with the connections. Let us connect the Raspberry Pi and power it on. Now, I have powered on the Raspberry Pi, and you can see the Raspberry Pi, when it is powered on, you can see a light on the Raspberry Pi, and the temperature sensor also, you have a light on the temperature sensor, which indicates that the connections are done in a right way, and as well as the soil moisture sensor, you can see the light coming up on the soil moisture sensor. Now, let us program and do the integration with the AWS cloud to read the data from the temperature sensor, that is the temperature and the humidity values we will be reading, and from the soil moisture sensor we will be reading the moisture value and storing it on the DynamoDB database of the AWS cloud. And we will also be creating a AWS IoT topic. Using that, we will be publishing the message to turn on or off the motor to supply the water to the plant.